It is now 4:31. I'll go ahead and call the meeting to order. We have our Deputy Judge Exec Colton Simpson will lead us in the invocation, and if everyone can stand for the pledge.
Dear Heavenly Father, we are so thankful for this day and all the opportunities that come with it. And Lord, I ask you to be with the court this evening. Give them wisdom and guidance and direction, and may all that they do be glorifying to you and for the beneficial of Grant County. We ask all these things in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated. Jenna, if I can have you call roll.
Magistrate Humphrey.
Present.
Magistrate Coldiron.
Present.
Magistrate Riley.
Present.
Judge Chuck Dills.
Present. Item number 5, approval of the regular meeting minutes of May 17, 2023, and special meeting minutes of May 19, 2023.
Having read the regular meeting minutes of May 17th, 2023, and the special meeting minutes of May 19th, 2023, I'll make a motion to approve as written.
I second.
I have a motion made by Magistrate Humphrey, second by Magistrate Coldiron. All in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
Appears all in favor, motion carries. Moving down to number 6, fiscal matters. 6A, approval of claims on the general fund, the road fund, and the jail fund, along with all transfers presented, dated June 6, 2023.
Having reviewed the claims on the general fund, road fund, jail fund, along with all transfers presented dated June 6, 2023, I make a motion we approve as presented.
I will second.
I have a motion made by Magistrate Coldiron, second by Magistrate Riley. All in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
Appears all in favor, motion carries. Item B, present for a motion and approval of the salaries for the employees of the Grant County Fiscal Court, along with the Road Department, the Sheriff's Office, and Detention Center. This will be for the 2023-2024 fiscal year.
I'll make a motion to present or to approve the salaries for the employees of the Grant County Fiscal Court, along with the Road Department, Sheriff's Office, and Detention Center.
I will second.
I have a motion made by Magistrate Humphrey, a second by Magistrate Riley. All in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
Appears all in favor, motion carries. Moving down to item C, present for a motion to approve the standing orders to pre-approve certain recurring expenses, to wit, payroll, utilities, insurance premium payments to election officers, election commissioners, and county clerk storage fee.
I make a motion to approve the standing order to pre-approve certain recurring expense, to wit, payroll, utilities, insurance premiums, payments to election officers, election commissioners, and county clerk storage fees as presented.
I will second.
Motion made by Magistrate Coldiron, second by Magistrate Riley. All in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Appears all in favor, motion carries. Moving down to item D, approval of resolution 2023-10, and to sign the agreement between the Department of Transportation and the Grant County Fiscal Court regarding Turner Road Bridge.
I would like to make a motion to approve Resolution 2023-10 and ask the judge to sign the agreement between the Department of Transportation and the Grant County Fiscal Court regarding the replacement of Turner Road Bridge.
I'll second.
Motion made by Magistrate Riley, second by Magistrate Humphrey. All in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
Appears all in favor, motion carries. Moving down to item E, I need to accept the George Moore, Grant County Local Board of Health tax rate for year 2023. I just need a motion to accept it.
I make a motion to accept George Moore, Grant County Local Board of Health tax rate for the year 2023, as presented.
I will second.
I have a motion made by Magistrate Riley, a second by a motion made by Magistrate Codorn, second by Magistrate Riley. All in favor by saying aye.
Aye. We can also make note that that tax rate did not change.
That's
from
correct.
Last year, this year.
Tax rate stayed the same. Appears all in favor, motion carries. Moving down to item F, motion to approve the resolution 2023-09. It's the Grant County Sanitary Sewer District's Regional Facilities Plan that was available in my office for review, and I believe most of you and all of you have looked at it.
I'll make a motion to approve the resolution 2023-09, the Grant County Sanitary Sewer District Regional Facilities Plan.
I second.
Motion made by Magistrate Humphrey, second by Magistrate Codorn. All in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
Appears all in favor, motion carries. Moving down to item G, motion to reappoint Mike Drysdale to the Kenton County Airport Board, active on July 1, 2023, and to expire on June 30th, 2027. Just before I get a motion on it, Candace McGraw, the CEO for the Kenton County Board, highly recommended reappointment of him, that he's been a great board member, very knowledgeable.
I make a motion to reappoint Mike Drysdale on the Kenton County Airport Board, active on July the 1st, 2023, to expire on June 30th, 2027.
I will second the motion.
Motion made by Magistrate Codorn, second by Magistrate Riley. All in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
Appears all in favor, motion carries. Moving down to item H, need a motion to approve Monty Leap to prepare the Sheriff's 2022 tax settlement. Monty has been doing this the last several years and has done a great job preparing that settlement for the fiscal court.
Make a motion to approve Monty Leap to prepare the Grant County Sheriff's Department's 2022 tax settlement.
I second.
Motion made by Magistrate Riley, second by Magistrate Codorn. All in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
Appears all in favor, motion carries. Moving down to item I. This is what we have to do every 4 years. I need a motion to reappoint Peggy Updike as our Grant County Treasurer for a 4-year term. And as you all know, Peggy has done an excellent job.
Yeah. I make a motion to reappoint Peggy Updike as Grant County Treasurer for another 4-year term.
I'll second.
Motion made by Magistrate Codorn, second by Magistrate Humphrey. All in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. First reading on amendment of the Administrative Code, ordinance number 0007-2023-0264. There was the two changes that we made to the Administrative Code. One was the language change in the 60 days and then the next first of the month after 60 days. Now it's strictly 60 days after date of hire, as it should be. The second was raising the per diem for employees when they're gone to training or out of the county for the day from $40 to $50. And as you know, inflation, and I've been monitored along with Jenna on meals, it's kind of hard to get a lunch much under $20 anymore anywhere. Yeah. So it looked like 50 is what other counties, and it's actually lower than the federal government and on some other entities. But I thought that was a happy medium. So moving down to K, present for a motion for the second reading of ordinance number 0006-2023-0263 to amend the zoning ordinances regarding this section on fences.
I make a motion. Well, do we do a motion on second?
Yes.
I guess we do. We have
We
to
need a
vote.
motion.
Yeah. Because it's been published.
We don't, yeah.
Okay. Make a motion to acknowledge the second reading of ordinance number 006-2023-0263 to amend the zoning ordinance regarding the section on fences.
I'll second.
I have a motion made by Magistrate Riley, a second by Magistrate Humphrey. All in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
Appears all in favor, motion carries, and that will be sent to the Grant County News for advertisement of the passing of the ordinance.
There we go.
Yes. Moving down to number 9. You all have in front of you the Treasurer's Report, Animal Shelters Report, Road Supervisor's Report, Building Inspector's Report, Coroner's Report, Jailer's Report, Sheriff's Report, and then coming down to Judge's Report. I just want to report, and this is actually on behalf of the Road Supervisor. I spoke with him today. All the roads in the county have been mowed once. They're starting back on second mowings.
That's awesome.
So, and he contributes it to the equipment that the road department now has that's able to get it done a lot quicker. So
That's fantastic.
they'll be going out doing some brush cutting and then starting back on remowing here soon. Also on the judge's report, I want to turn it over to Deputy Judge Colton Simpson. From our last meeting discussion on Airbnbs, he was going to give us a quick report on.
So in unincorporated Grant County and in areas that there's no regulation of short-term rental properties, we have issued 62 short-term rental property permits. And we talked to a company that actually counts and looks at the amount of listings that are in Grant County, and they said as of February of this year, there was right around 200. So 60 of them we issued permits for, and then the other, however many are left, was issued by the City of Williamstown and City of Dry Ridge. So, and a lot of ours, the one that we issue, the ones that we give out, there's not a lot on the same street. They're very far apart, and so it's nothing like what you see maybe in the City of Williamstown or some of the more populated areas.
Does anyone have any questions for Colton?
No, pertaining to that, Judge, any inquiries that the office is receiving, a high volume, issues that go along with that?
No.
We don't get a lot of questions regarding or complaints or anything, but there has been an uptick of people calling and saying, hey, is this property eligible to become a short-term rental?
Colton, I think that is probably what I feel the most, inquiring about interest
Yes.
on becoming, someone that wants to open up a short-term rental. And to your point, depending if it's in the unincorporated area, our county ordinance falls into effect. But then if it's in the incorporated area, it depends. Is
Yes.
it Crittenden? Is it Dry Ridge? Is it Williamstown? So that's where I've been directing folks because it matters.
Right.
Yes.
Yep. I always tell people to go to the city first and come to us afterward for county purposes.
So we're looking at you said about 250
Well,
in total?
probably
And countywide?
countywide, probably close to 250, but I'd say
Your
somewhere
best guess?
between, yes, somewhere 225 to 250.
it
And that's
will be-
individual listings.
Yes, and it will be, well, and here's the other thing, individual listings, they could be listing on multiple sites, so there may not even be that many.
Well,
Or is it individual?
so the way this company looks at them is they cross-reference
Address?
all the different
Okay,
sites.
fabulous.
Yeah.
The other interesting data point, as new brick and mortar hotels are put up, in Grant County, what will happen with, the short-term rental market here, just
It'll be
because
interesting.
there was a whole lot of reason to believe those investors would not come and spend their money until there was, a lengthy amount of time that the ARC looked to be successful.
Right.
5+ years later, still here, and we're just now starting to see more of that development. So it just will be an interesting thing to continue to monitor.
Yeah.
From a transient tax that passes through your office for all entities, regardless if it's what municipality it's in,
Correct.
which continues to go up.
Every quarter.
I know they're getting ready to break ground on another motel in Dry Ridge. Just any day, so.
I mean, it's very interesting.
So
So,
they got one under construction and breaking ground on another one. So.
yeah,
I don't want that expense, but
yeah, several one of them being built. Colton, thank you.
Yes, sir.
And I apologize, I didn't mention, if you all noticed, our county attorney's seat is being filled by Judge Bates. He's filling in for Stephen, and we appreciate that. So,
Been good. Thank you.
moving down to magistrate's report. Magistrate Humphrey, anything to report on?
Only thing I have to report on is just sent an email out here recently back to Mr. Tatum on a number of road signs gone again. Just
Ask Debbie how many's out in our area.
Yeah.
So we just have a whole lot of road signs gone again. City of Crittenden, if anybody's been through there, you've noticed that they've put up decorative posts and decorative signs and so forth, and now they're experiencing a very high number of sign thefts. And just for instance, one of their stop signs, these decorative stop signs that they have, has a special frame around it and all this. I think it's around $300. So it's hitting them pretty hard.
Yeah. Magistrate Codar?
I don't have nothing, thank you.
Okay.
I just
Jack?
wanted to acknowledge to the court and express my appreciation for one of the bridges that we just approved to have done a few years ago, working with the Grant County school system. Scott Ship with the transportation over our school buses, had acknowledged 4 different bridges that needed to be replaced. Turner Road, Bennett Road, Scaffold Lick, and Kiefer, Lawrenceville. And the reality is emergencies have trumped addressing maintenance. And so I just wanted to acknowledge that I think that is an important step that we just took tonight to approve that resolution to start getting these bridges done according to our school system that's asked and our local EMS, because what happens is when we get those high rains and bad weather, those buses get rerouted. And
Correct.
We had reached out on behalf of the road department to Mr. Ship a few years ago to ask, hey, from an area of need, what bridges need to be redone? And we've been keeping this list and optimistic we could, start to tackle some of those projects. And thankfully, we're in a position where we are able to start acknowledging, some of these areas that need attention. So thank you for that.
Well, not only that, the type of bridges that we're replacing them with is just,
A total upgrade.
Yes.
And,
Yes.
the reality is I think
Yeah, they're not being replaced with the same
no.
materials. They're
The structures
definitely
are
an
much
upgrade.
better, and, the
Arnold's Creek, for a prime example,
Yes.
from what it was to what it is now.
Oh,
yes.
That bridge will be around for a long time.
Sure.
It's designed for water to go through it,
Yep.
not
Right.
destroy it.
Yep,
so.
and just for the community to know, the transportation cabinet out of Frankfurt allots you $80,000 a year, and it's use it or lose it. And the reality is it doesn't even begin to scratch the surface of the cost to replace these bridges. So we'll continue to.
Well, that's changed over the last couple of years.
Yes,
It's
the funding.
not quite
mechanism.
doubled, but it's pretty close.
Yep.
So-
So thank you for
Okay.
that.
Thank you. Before I open up item 10, any citizens address, I have Jason here from the Grant County Middle School, would like to address the court. Yes, absolutely. Thank you.
You can call me over.
thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. I thank you for the time to address the court today. I spoke about a month ago at breakfast for the Chamber of Commerce, and I'm excited about what we have going on at Grant County Middle School next year. I need your help in a couple of ways. We are starting for the past 3 years, every student in our building has had a mentor, but their academic mentors are teachers. I want to expand on that. And what you see in front of you is a Grant County Middle School enrichment/mentoring program to get community members involved in the expertise from the county that we have involved in what we have going on at Grant County Middle School. There's a lot of times where public education doesn't have the best, PR right now. Right? There's a lot of things going around. I don't know what other schools do. I know what we do at Grant County Middle School. and I want our community involved in what we have going on and be a part in shaping the lives of the students here at the middle school. What I need your help with, two things. If you want to volunteer and be a part of our program, I would love for you to go to our Grant County Middle School webpage, sign up, use the Google form, fill it out. It could be once a month, twice a month. It's a Tuesday or a Thursday. And what we're going to do is pair kids with areas of interest that they have for their future and get them involved and know somebody that is in an area that they are in right now. We use a program called U Science, and what it does is it takes their interests, also their abilities, but we're solely going to focus on their interests for now, and pair them up with a community member, a business leader, 4-H, medical, whoever that is, to mentor them, to enrich their learning based on what we already do at the middle school. So if you want to be involved in that, that would be amazing. The second thing is help spread the word. I'm speaking here today. I spoke at the Chamber breakfast. I plan on trying to be as involved and get the message out there as much as possible to let the community know we want their involvement in what we are doing. And I can't say that enough. COVID really changed that. Not that it was the community and the involvement between the two was great before that, but when COVID hit, nobody's allowed in the school, no visitors, no volunteers, all that stuff. Well, I'm done with that. Okay, I want community. I want the community here. I want us to bridge that gap between the community and what's going on at Grant County Middle School. And this is just a small piece of what we're going to do. More information will come, but I can't tell you enough. If you know somebody or want to get information out there, I can send the file electronically, but direct them to our Grant County Middle School webpage. It's the first thing you see on there is a link to sign up with the flyer right there. We have great people in this community, and I want our kids to be able to see that it is possible for them to do great things in the community or even outside of the community, reach and achieve things that they want. So I appreciate your time today. Thank you.
Well, Jason, thank you. And if we can get an electronic file, Colton will put that on our Facebook to share that.
Great.
And I personally thank you for what you're doing at the middle school, and you're doing a great job.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, where would you all plan to have these meetings?
They would be at the middle school. So, yep, you would have to. There's some red tape we got to do. Everybody that comes in has to have a background check through the school system, of course. But they're at the school. So I plan on doing 2 days prior to school starting for people to come in, and that you pick a day and walk through the building. I can talk more about what it's going to look like and all of that stuff. But you would come to the middle school. And we have some spaces available during that time frame. 8 to 8:55 is that time frame. So first thing in the morning, and we'll be right there at the middle school. So I'll pull those group of kids, and my goal would be to keep those kids with that mentor all year, whether it's once a month, twice a month, whatever, so they can build that relationship with those students and dig deeper into what they do, and potentially, maybe go out and experience what they do in the community, take the students with them, different things like that. So I see it going in a lot of different areas, but it would start at the middle school during that Tuesday, Thursday time.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you
And
all.
I wanted to acknowledge, just for the community to know, with the program that they're starting up, don't think that if you don't have a 4-year degree or a master's degree or an
100%.
MBA that you can't come and mentor. They're seeking folks
With all
of a
experiences.
wide variety, and so I hope folks understand that regardless of your higher education achievement, that's really, yes, that is an element of this, but they're looking for road foremen and, heck, Roger, maybe even charter fishermen to come and those types of technical skills that are extremely important. And so,
And that's a great point, because not everybody's future involves higher education, and that's
Correct.
okay. But, knowing what our high school has to offer and bridging the gap and making sure that we're preparing kids for the vocational side of things, higher education, military, whatever that may be, anything is
there's a
like,
role here, and
role
I
for
appreciate
anybody.
the flexibility you've built in, just as professionals that probably have a lot of responsibilities, maybe they can only come once or twice a month. It's not mandatory twice a week, every week. And so I think that certainly helps folks to be able to have the availability to give back to the community and to give back to the youth to make a difference. So
100%. I thank you for your time. I really do. I appreciate it. I'll get you an electronic file. And if anybody else needs it, we'll spread it. Two things. If you want to sign up, or spread the word. Thank you.
Thanks again.
I don't know if this is a stretch, but could we consider, like, if the road department wanted to go an hour every other week, as we think of, like, machinery and equipment and someone from Parks and Rec? I was just thinking if that would be something, and if Brian would want to participate from a sheriff's department standpoint.
Yeah, I think all of it's open. Anyone else like to address the court? If not, just want to remind everyone our next meeting will be held Tuesday, June 20th, 2023, and it will be by Zoom at 4:30. That Zoom link is posted and sent out. I'll need a motion to adjourn.
So move.
I second.
I have a motion made by Magistrate Riley, second by Magistrate Courthouse. All in favor by saying aye?
Aye.
It appears all in favor. We're now adjourned. Thank you all for coming out tonight.